Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Monster Hunter World video. This is Thegameconomist, and today we have a special news update. That's right, because Steam released some juicy information about the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt collaboration. It's coming out on May 9th for the PC. I know when it came out on the consoles, everyone on PC was disappointed. They're like, when the heck are we going to get this? This looks terrific. Remember that when it came out? Nobody really knew what it was going to be, and it turned out to be a pretty big deal. It included a new monster, the Leshen, and of course, the stronger version of it, which is the Ancient Leshen. It included the Ciri layered armor and the Witcher layered armor, as well as the full sets for them as well. I have all kinds of videos on that stuff, including reviews of the weapons, reviews of the armor sets. I have a complete strategy guide for the Ancient Leshen. It's very detailed. Right, I had my original where I just talked about fighting him, but this complete strategy guide is a whole different monster, if you want to use, if I can use that term. Basically, it talks about all of the best tips. It talks about builds that I thought did especially well, and it shows a breakdown of the entire moveset of the monster. It's pretty thorough. That's why I like to call it the complete strategy guide, because any casual player can pick up this video, and by the time they're done with it, they're going to be able to defeat this monster. So I'll have links to those videos in the comments section. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. We'll just scroll down. I'm sure they just have some nice pictures. Yeah, you see Geralt of Riveria? I'm still terrible at the names, right? Here's the Leshen here. Yep, so it was a really fun collaboration. I'm sure you guys are excited to hear the news. And that's not all. I actually have more to talk to you guys about. You know how I normally do the event schedule update? We talk about week 3. That's the important week, because week 3 is what we don't know about. Well, you know, when they update the schedule, this row is going to drop off, and then this row is going to be new, right? This row is going to have something new in it. And I did the event schedule as usual with really nothing interesting to say, except somebody pointed something out to me. I didn't see it at the time. Look at the dates on this. So this is Cure and the Myth, and you notice it starts on April 18th, but look, it lasts a whole month. It doesn't end until May 16. That's not true normally. Normally events last only 1 week. So here you can see it's true here. Greeting the Gluttons lasts a week. Flesh Cleaved to the Bone lasts a week. But these are lasting for a month, and there's only one time that events last for a full month, and that is when we're having a festival. So Capcom has the seasonal festivals, you know, like Winter Festival, Spring Festival, Summer. Well, it's springtime, time for a Spring Festival, right? And everybody's basically waiting for Capcom to announce a Spring Festival. We don't know when it's coming. You know, we thought it would maybe coincide with Easter a little bit. Well, here it is. It looks like this would suggest we're going to be having our Spring Festival starting April 18th. Now, that's not a confirmation from Capcom, all right? When Gameconomist says we're going to be getting Spring Festival, don't assume it's true. I could be wrong. They haven't announced it, but this is pretty strong evidence, I would say, because it's really strange. They don't do this with anything else. The reason that we could doubt that it's the Spring Festival is because you don't see any other event quests listed. Usually these would all be occupied with other event quests, right? But we don't see that. So we don't actually have confirmation, but we do see that these are lasting a month, and that's a pretty good it's a pretty good guess, I would say. They're probably waiting. The reason that they might be waiting to announce it is because they might be waiting to see if they're ready to release Arch-Tempered Nergigante. They did say in their live stream a while back when they announced Iceborne that we would get Nergigante in the spring. So Spring Festival, Nergigante, kind of makes sense, right? We're just waiting to see if that actually comes true. All right, so already 2 fun things. PC is getting Witcher on May 9th, and we're probably starting the Spring Festival on April 18th. There is a last chunk of news I have for you guys. We're going to jump over to my Discord here. We actually started the Turf Wars once again. So here in the Discord, here's my Discord right here, the Gameconomist Discord. If you're trying to join the Discord, you can always join it by clicking on the link in the description of my videos. And then what we have over here are the Tri-Lizard Turf Wars. This line right here is what you would call a category, and it's full of channels. So I can actually collapse this category. So let's open the category back up. We have scorekeeping up here. This is for the scorekeepers to talk. We have scorekeeper rules. So you guys never see this channel. For those of you involved in the Turf Wars, you might be interested to know we have these hidden channels you can't see. And then this is the channel you should care about, really. It's the Lizard Role channel. You choose what group you want to be part of, faction. Back when we started, for fun, we called them like religious cults. Maybe I'll change that at some point. But yeah, you have the Great Gyros, you have Dodogama, and you have Jagras as well, the Great Jagras. And you can choose whichever group you want. You can see that Dodogama is the most popular. Gyros is the least popular. I'm part of that group, so I have to represent, right? And then here's the rules and rewards. So there's 2 types of points to earn in this competition. You get Hunter points for playing any of the challenges solo, or you get house points when you play with the full group. That's kind of the way the challenges have been structured. Here you can say if you win the challenge for your house rewards, you get the icon server changed to represent your faction. I did that recently for Dodogama. They won last time, but now it's back to normal. Your Fanged Wyvern emote becomes arch-tempered. So this little guy, see these down here? I can actually edit them to look like they're arch-tempered, and that's part of the reward. And then finally, your tempered and arch-tempered roles will be featured under the moderators for a while. So let me show you what I mean by that. Let's jump down to, we'll jump down to General here. Here's Unlucky Seal. And look what I can actually do to him. I can actually give him something called the arch-tempered role, right? And when he gets the arch-tempered role, he's going to be, his color will actually change to be this orange color. And then on the side over here, I can actually make his name show up over here as well. So it's kind of like a way to show off and be like, I earned the arch-tempered role, and people know that I'm a skilled player now, right? That's kind of the point of all that for the rewards, right? Trying to explain off the cuff here. And then for the hunter rewards, it's kind of similar, right? The top 3 hunters will have 3 rewards. A shout out in a YouTube video. That's right. So the best hunters are going to get a shout out. You can ask me to say whatever you want, so you can have like a funny saying and I'll say it for you. You rank up once in roles. The roles go tempered and then arch-tempered. So those are exactly what I was talking about, arch-tempered and arch-tempered. And starting with first place and working to third, I will let you choose what my character says in-game during an action auto shout out. So you know how like you mount a monster in Monster Hunter World and then you'll say something, right? I will actually let the top 3 hunters choose 3 of my auto shout outs. They can have me say whatever they want as long as it's not like really inappropriate. We have some quest rules. So the whole idea of the Turf Wars kind of started out with creating these set of rules where players wouldn't use the most meta armor in the game. You would just use like, everyone would use the same matching armor, and it would be more challenging to fight the same monsters because you're not using this super easy, cheesy build, right? So that's the idea of the Turf Wars in a nutshell. So you use your group's alpha-beta armor set, no layered armor. Some quests will specify armor. Use your group's approved weapons. Some quests will specify weapons. Barrel bombs are not allowed except for killing yourself, arena quests, and as a wake-up after the monster is limped back to the nest. Cluster bombs are not allowed. Dodogama may use the bone heavy bowgun, do anything you want with the Palcos. You must record your matches. So that's kind of a big deal. The way that we know you did what you claimed you did is you actually have to submit a video. This is pretty simple for players on the PS4. You can just, I believe you have like a built-in capture. Xbox does too, but it only lasts, I believe, 5 minutes. And then you would upload it to something like YouTube and leave a link to your video. And the thing is, if you do something really clever, we might actually make a compilation of it in the future. I'm not sure. That's a decision up to me. I would like to do it. I just don't want to step on anyone's feet if they don't want their stuff like uploaded. I can understand that. And then here you must include a look at your build and everyone else's build. Once completed, add the video footage to your group's chat room and ping your scorekeeper. So we have scorekeepers right up here. This is our private channel where we talk to each other to make sure that the rules are being followed and that all the scores are being updated. Jagras Priest was originally the first person who really started talking about like a Jagras cult in the Discord server. So he kind of tipped the whole thing off, and then I was like, hey, why don't I turn this into an actual competition between the Fanged Wyverns, right? And then we just have some more simple rules here, like how to submit your quest, some updates here. But yeah, so here's the announcement channel. You can see that I just announced the beginning of the Season 2 Turf War. Here is we'll click on this here. Here is a text file, and this is going to show you all the challenges. So the challenges are in here, and they specify what you have to do. So like for Jagras, right? This is the Jagras trial. Everyone has to do it. It's just named the Jagras trial. So I do a funny little quote sometimes. I don't know if they're funny or cringy. You guys have to tell me. Then we have quest rules. Target the behemoth. You have to use a weapon called the Jagras Raider. And then you have to wear the Kieran Legs Beta. And for the moveset, you're not allowed, or it says right here, overhead slash, double slash is off limits. So what I'm doing here is not only are you going to be wearing the armor of your faction, you're also going to be limited on what weapon you're allowed to use, and even the moveset is limited, and this adds a lot of challenge to being able to defeat the behemoth. So even players that are normally pretty skilled and pretty much run through the behemoth here would have to show off a lot more skill in order to satisfy all of the conditions of the challenge. When you're done, if you did this solo, isn't that crazy? You can even do it solo. You would get 10 hunter rank points, or if you're playing multiplayer with 4 people, you get 10 house points. So that's the way that the challenges are kind of structured, and I've had a lot of good feedback about them, although I've been trying to make them more challenging than ever before. Actually, we have some casual ones as well, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let's see, we'll jump back over there. Right, so I call these the beautiful quests. Every monster in the game can be defeated once using armor and weapons carved from that monster's own parts. So if you want to fight Odogaron, you have to be wearing Odogaron armor and using an Odogaron weapon, and your HUD must be turned off. So each monster is worth 10 house points. You must have a team of 4 for each run. Yeah, so those are the beautiful quests, and they're a bit more casual. All right, here's the scoreboard. You can see that we've just started. Feats of admiration. We're going to be posting videos of the most challenging, so people who finish the greatest accomplishments in the challenges, the really tough ones, they'll actually have their videos featured here for everyone else to see. Here's the Turf War chat for everyone of any group to talk to each other. And then after that, you'll notice that all these channels are private. Jagras Order, House of Dodogama, and Gyros Pack, they're all private because depending on what faction you join, you're going to have just your faction to go into and talk to. So if you join Gyros, you'd come here and talk to the other people who joined the group of Gyros. And then you didn't see this. This is a secret. We hide that. All right, and that's the Turf Wars. I thought I'd officially announce it in the in an actual video. And then, of course, we talked about the Witcher collaboration, as well as our suspicion that this spring festival starts on April 18th. That is the end of my news update. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.